Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Southern and Sandy here, and today I'm going to get right into it with talking about celebrities that I've met in my life. I had people vote on what they wanted to see next because, well, doing the whole baby journey thing is going to be a little bit before there's another installment into that. So I wanted to talk to you and just have like a little story time or something, inform you a little bit about my life, whatever, or just something that's entertaining. So, I'm just gonna get right into it. First celebrity that I met was, I didn't really meet him. I kind of just like bumped into him. But it was Bretman Rock. He actually lived in the neighborhood that my husband and I lived in when we bought our house in Hawaii. My neighbor told me that he lived there, and I was like, oh, like, no way. So one night we're out in the neighborhood and he's walking his dog, and I didn't want to be like the crazy fangirl and be like, oh my god, I love you. So I was just like, oh, like your dog's really, really cute, and like pretending like I didn't know who he was. Mostly because like I didn't want to bother him. I didn't want to get into his like personal space, in his downtime. So, he said, oh, thank you, da-da-da, and so that was pretty much it. But I always had to drive by his house whenever like I left the neighborhood, because that was like the only way out pretty much at the time. That was like the least bit blocked. So yeah, and we also went to the same gyms. Like I'd see him working out there occasionally. He'd always be with his personal trainer working out normally. So yeah, I would see him there a few nights a week occasionally. Who is next? I'll talk about Ivan Moody. I met Ivan Moody of Five Finger Death Punch years ago, back in like 2011. And I met him when my husband was deployed. I worked in a bar as the door person there, so like I was the person who you paid to come into the bar and to get wristbands to show that you can drink. So he's sitting at the bar drinking one night, and he comes up to me as he's leaving, and he's like, oh, hey, how's your night going? I was like, good, like, how's your night going? And talking to him. He was really, really nice, really, really sweet, very down-to-earth person. I honestly had no idea who he was, or that I was talking to a famous person, because he was just dressed in like everyday clothes, didn't bring up anything about, oh, I'm in a band, or I'm a singer, nothing like that. Just, average stuff. And apparently the bar that I worked at was like one of his favorite places to come whenever he's in North Carolina. So yeah. So he was in there, for a few hours, and then he left. And I didn't talk to him other than when he was leaving, but we sat and we talked for like 30 minutes. He just like sat at like my little podium thing that I was at and just like talked to me, and he was really nice. He wasn't like trying to hit on me or anything. He was just really nice, just making conversation. He was probably a little bit tipsy. But no, he was really, really nice, really kind-hearted. And then when he left, one of the waitresses came up to me and she was like, do you know who that is? And I was like, no, I don't know who that is. And she's like, oh, excuse me. She's like, that's Ivan Moody. And I was like, who's Ivan Moody? Because like I knew who Five Finger Death Punch was, but I did not know who Ivan Moody was. And she's like, he's the lead singer for Five Finger Death Punch. And I was like, no freaking way. No way. So, because my husband loved them. So I told my husband the next time I'm able to talk to him, I was like, hey, like, guess who I met at work? Ivan Moody. And he's like, what? And he freaked out, and he was like, are you serious? I was like, yeah. He's like, you got me an autograph, right? And I was like, no, I didn't. And he's like, what? Why not? And I was like, because I had no idea who I was talking to. That's why not. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I didn't find out until he left that was him. I had no idea until a waitress told me. So yeah, I had no idea. But he was really, really nice. He was a really, really nice guy. And this is when Five Finger Death Punch was like up, kind of in like their more popular, coming out with more music, fame kind of thing. And when Ivan Moody was still their original lead singer, I think they dropped him for a while, or he left and then someone else stepped in, and maybe now he's back with them. I don't know. I don't know the whole story there. I haven't really kept up with it. Anyway, I'm so sorry for any like fans of Five Finger Death Punch who are like getting like super offended by me not knowing. I don't really know. I don't really keep up. Sorry. Anyway, but he's a really, really nice guy. He's really, really sweet. It was honestly great being able to talk to him for as long as I did, because I had no idea I was talking to a famous person for half an hour. Who knew? So, okay, and the last person who I've met who's actually, like, famous, who, like, people will, like, know who I'm talking about, is Dwayne Johnson. I don't know why I, like, totally brain farted for a minute. Anyway, I met him on my birthday, like, 2 years ago. And my husband and I rode down to this part of the island that people were talking about them filming at. They were filming Jumanji in Hawaii. And, as y'all know, like, he comes from Hawaii. I think he stays at, like, his mom's house or something whenever he's there filming, I think. Or, like, sometimes he'll stay there. So they were at this filming location. People have been talking about it on Facebook, and this girl actually went, like, the night before we did, and she got on Facebook, and she's like, no, it's legit, like, he's gonna be there the next few days. I talked to security. They're gonna be filming there the next few days, for, like, 12-hour nights, but it's only gonna be at nighttime. And it was like, oh, okay. And she was telling us, like, what hours to, like, show up. So we get there, and it's, like, 40 minutes away. But my husband is, like, giving me shit, and he's like, he's not gonna be there. We're gonna get there, we're gonna wait, and then he's not gonna show up, and we're not gonna meet him, and it's gonna be a waste, and da-da-da-da-da. And I was like, okay, then let it be a waste. I'm like, this is my birthday, that's what I want to do for my birthday. So that's what we did. So we go down to that part of the island where they were filming, wait in line for about an hour and a half with, like, 30 other people. Was not a lot of people, because not a lot of people knew. You had to, like, know your frickin' shit. And I wasn't trying to, like, stalk or, like, find out where he was. It was just, actually a lot of the military wives talking about it on the wives' pages who have run into him or whatever. And I was just like, I mean, hey, if they're saying where he's gonna be, and my husband and I, like, love him, sure, like, why not go try to see him? So we're in line, and then all security's telling us to, like, get back. So, like, we get back, and we're like, oh my god, he's coming. Like, just, oh my god. And so yeah. A black Escalade pulls up, and it's his security guard, and his bodyguard, whatever. Like, he needs his own bodyguard, please. So he pulls up, and he, like, pulls through the gate, and then Dwayne Johnson pulls up behind him in a separate black Escalade, like, by himself. And he's, like, filming all of us, like, on his phone through Instagram or Snapchat or something. It's actually on his Instagram. You've got to go back a ways, but I've still been able to find it. It is up there. He filmed us all, like, as he was pulling up, because he was like, oh, like, I love my fans, and I'm sorry, you can, like, totally see it, like, I've got, like, a little bit of sweat going there. Ugh, that's gross. He's like, I love my fans, I just had a really, really tiring workout, but this pumps me up to, like, see them all here, wanting to see me, and, take pictures and have autographs. Like, that really gets me pumped up to, like, do what I gotta do. And I was just like, hey, cool, like, that's really awesome that he, like, enjoys that we're out here, as long as he's not just saying that, because we didn't actually get to meet him yet. So he drives up, he parks his car, and then he's like, I'll be back in a minute, you guys. And we're like, okay, like, we're just, like, waiting, like, hoping he's gonna come back, and hoping he's not just gonna go straight to, like, work and just be like, screw y'all, bye. So he walked back down without, like, his security was, like, standing at, like, the little top of the hill, and he was walking towards, like, the bottom, although it was really short. It was maybe, like, I don't know, 1,000 feet. Like, it wasn't that long of a walk. Because, like I said, there really wasn't that many people there, because you really had to kind of be in on it and following, and just kind of taking notes of, like, where they were going to be at to kind of figure it out. I just figured it out because I just followed the post. People were like, hey, he's going to be here, and I was like, hey, let's just go try it. So we went and we tried. So he walks down the line, he's signing autographs for everybody, taking pictures with everybody, and letting us take, like, almost as many pictures as we want. He was so freaking awesome. I mean, it was like seeing the damn Easter Bunny, okay? Like, he was just like, it's cool, like, take your pictures, get your autographs, like, he was so sweet about it. And I was so dumb, because I had, like, nothing to sign, and I'm like, what a dumbass. Here I am going to a place where we're going to see, hopefully, a celebrity. Do I bring a pen or a Sharpie with me? No. Do I bring anything to sign with me? No. Do I have him sign anything for me? No. But I did get a few pictures with him, and I took some pictures of a friend that we basically like made in line. I took pictures for her and her husband of them, and my husband and I got a picture with him. And actually, funny thing is like when it was our turn to like take a picture, because basically he walked on the line, did autographs, did pictures, and then he let us do one final picture where all of us in line got to go up one at a time and like take a picture with him. Like I was saying, it's like literally meeting the freaking Easter Bunny. So my husband and I are in line, and it's our turn to go up, and my husband is like 6'5", you know, like 200 and something pounds. My husband is a little taller than Dwayne Johnson. He's like taller than him by like an inch. Like you can see the difference in the picture. Maybe they're the same height, maybe he was just standing on an uneven pavement. I don't know. And I'm 5'3". I'm very tiny. So we're standing next to him, and he's standing in the middle of us, and we pose. I think we posed for like one picture, and then my husband like turns and looks at him, and he's like, "Can you pick me up?" And he laughed, and he was like, "No." No. But my husband was like, that would have been such an awesome picture to like have him picking up another guy who's about the same size as him and holding him like a baby. And I was just like, well, at least we got some picture with him, you know, at least we got something. So then we basically got out of line and we left. But he really is like such a sweet guy. He stayed and signed pictures and signed t-shirts and took pictures with everybody and took selfies and took videos of people. Like he was just so cool. He was such a good sport about it. He was so awesome, even though he was gonna have to go into work and go film. And I know we all think of it like, oh, that's so cool to like, oh, just such hard work to like go film a movie, but I'm sure it is. Like those actors get put through some shit to film and make a film for us to watch and be entertained. So, you know, I'm sure it's tiring where sometimes they don't even want to go in. And especially like if they're sick, like if it's not super bad, like they go in, like they film or they perform at a concert, like they don't just call out sick normally. So yeah, I just thought it was really, really cool and really sweet of him to take time out of his night to come and talk to us and take pictures with everybody. Like I thought that was so awesome. So anyway, those are the celebrities who I have met in my life. Comment below if you have met a celebrity, who it was, and how the encounter was. Were they nice? Were they mean? Was it like you ran into them, or did you go to like a meet and greet, or did you have to like kind of like find out where they were like we did with The Rock? Or did you have an encounter like me where you were talking to someone who was famous, had no freaking idea until later, and then you were just like, crap, I had no idea. However, I will say the one good thing about that is that I was able to have like a real casual conversation with him because I had no idea he was a celebrity. So it was genuine, it was real, it was awesome. So, and he was a really, really nice guy. Him and Dwayne Johnson, like so down to earth. Since I didn't really get to talk to Bretman Rock, I can't really judge him, although I've heard he's really, really sweet whenever he meets people. So anyway, that's pretty much my story. Like I said, comment below, tell me yours, like this video, and feel free to subscribe for more content, guys, and I will try to get a video up at least once a week. I will try my best, but since I am in college full-time, it might be a little tough. But please subscribe, please like this video, and I hope you have an awesome weekend. Bye, guys!